Well, I did my first degree in geography, so it was already an interest in various international issues, and development was part of my first degree. I then taught geography as a secondary school geography teacher for several years, and it was an area that I was interested in my teaching around development education.
I grew up in the 1980s with images of poverty and famine all over the television. But it was also the end of the Cold War. And I think there was a sense that if the world could take the right decisions, then it would really be possible to make poverty history. And I felt I wanted to be a part of that. I wanted to make a contribution.
My master's has helped me hugely in my career. I think firstly the network that I built when I was here has been very helpful in developing my career, to look at finding opportunities, but having an international network has been a great benefit coming from Bath. It also very much helped me with the knowledge and the understanding that I gained from doing the course, both a broad understanding of development and the development sector, but also the opportunity to specialise in a particular area that I've taken on into my career.
My master's was really important in helping me to work in policy. It's a really competitive field, and although lots of jobs don't ask for a master's, in fact most people do have a master's in a policy-related subjects.
So the faculty at Bath were really supportive in getting me a placement. Roy McConaughey reached out to his contacts in Sierra Leone, and as a result I got a 3-month internship with Search for Common Ground. That internship gave me some first-hand experience of the sector, which helped me recognise how my skills that I've developed in the private sector could be useful. It also helped me build my network, to have a reason to contact people and to meet with people, which actually led to me securing my first job in the sector.
I look back at my time at Bath very fondly. It was a brilliant year. I loved living in Bath, I loved studying here. It was really a turning point for me professionally and personally, and the friendship group that I made while I was here are still people that I count amongst my best friends, and the time that I spent and the intellectual benefits that I got from being here were something that I've definitely carried with me.
Coming from a small town in Germany, it was my first experience of a truly diverse and multicultural environment with people from all over the world. It was where my vague notion of wanting to be in development took proper shape and allowed me to take the first practical steps into that career.
My year at Bath was one of the best years of my life. It still is. We learnt so much, but we just spent so much time kind of just talking to each other, learning from each other. The international perspective was great. Also the fact that there were people from so many different backgrounds, so some people had a much more management or business background, other people had arts degrees previously, so kind of bringing everybody together and merging them in that space was just incredibly important, and I think we would all say that it's developed us incredibly as people.
My recommendation for students who want a career in the policy sector, it's a competitive field to get into, and it's quite important to get your foot in the door initially. So I'd really make the most of opportunities that come through the university. Lecturers are really good at passing on job opportunities that cross their path, and also where possible to make the most of lecturers' networks.
I've got 3 tips. The first one is you really need to link any past experience you have to how it can be useful in the sector. Secondly, I think it's about that foot in the door. You've got to get out there, you've got to try and get yourself some experience with a very supportive line manager who will sponsor your future development, and doing something very useful. And then when you get that chance, just shine. Finally, I would say it's about network. You need to constantly develop your network. And even after you get your initial break, it's your network that really keep you going and help you progress in the sector.
Other things that I think I would say would be the importance of developing your looking for creative opportunities to develop your CV, whether that's doing looking for individuals that you can reach out to and do small pieces of work for, ways to package your skills that you may have from previous experience outside the sector. Don't necessarily think you have to follow a clear career route.
While at university, use the opportunity to really broaden your horizons and to challenge your opinions and views on things. I think if possible, specialisation helps. If you can build a bit of a track record and expertise in one area, I think it can be a good hook when it comes to finding your first employment. And I think thirdly, having practical experience is still essential. So maybe through volunteering, maybe through some research work, I think it would be good to create a basis for employment. If you can also use that to build your network in the international development community, that should also help open doors later on.